All right, it's currently 5:59 a.m., but as you can tell, it's still dark outside. In the fall, the sunrise gets so late. Really like it. You can kind of sleep in a little bit more than you can the rest of the year and still be on the water for sunrise. I'm in meat haul mode today. I gotta go catch some fish. Got some family coming in town. Definitely want some fish to feed them. You know, I love to eat fish. To me, it's like wild caught, free range protein. You know, you pay a fortune for that in any grocery store. And we have access to it. All we gotta do, hook up the boat, there we go, and head on out to the marshes of South Louisiana, and that's on the agenda for today. Come along with me. All right, I'm on the water. As you can tell, that sun is already up, but I've come into a little cove here. We got a bit of a breeze, much more than I expected this morning. It's out of the southwest. I mean, not ideal for what I wanted to do, but that's okay. I got a little protected cove, got some pretty water in here. I'm gonna make a long drift, pop a cork, and see what I can run across. So I really like cork fishing in the fall when I'm not like pinpointing specific areas and just like to do big long drifts and coves and stuff like that. Those fish are really scattered. They get in these grass lined coves to feed on shrimp that are being pulled out of the marsh. Definitely a tactic I like. So I'm throwing this VersaMax Pro Max. This is my favorite cork. It's the one that allows you to adjust a leader length. And below that, I've got a 16th ounce death grip jig head with a Holy Jolly Matrix shad. Really good combo. Water temp in here is 84 degrees. Still warm, but very, very fishable. I looked at one of my trips from last year in late September, and water temp that day was 91. So it's a lot cooler than that. Now what I'm targeting with this technique are speckled trout and white trout. Our marshes get really full of white trout this time of year in the early fall. They haven't moved offshore yet, and our waters are nice and salty. That's what they really like. This is white trout season, and I really, really like white trout, really do. Very, very good to eat. I think they're better than speckled trout even, and I love speckled trout. So specks and whiteys, that's what I'm targeting. This is kind of needle in a haystack stuff. You gotta cover some water and pay close attention to where you get bites and rework those stretches. You may not run across anything, in which case I'll have to move to a different area. Seeing some mullet in here, no shrimp yet. Oh, that might have been a shrimp. That might have been a shrimp. Something hitting a shrimp anyway. Oh, there we go. There we go. He doesn't feel all that big, but he could be a keeper whitey. Hopefully we get to see. Yeah, he's a throwback speck. See, a white trout that size would be a keeper, but a speckled trout is not. He's got to be 13 inches. A fish that size, of course, really, really, really good to eat. The meat is delicious. You don't get a lot off of it, but it's very tasty. Oh, I missed him. Slow on the draw. Oh, what are you? Thinking another throwback speck. But he's nicer. Not nice enough, though. This is what you catch this time of year. Throwback speckled trout. Now this fish probably is over 12. He probably would have been a keeper before we changed the limits. He would have warranted a measure, that's for sure. But he's definitely not 13. It's funny how many of those are around, and then once you get your first really good cool front, all of a sudden they're all keepers. Another one. He feels a little nicer. He definitely feels nicer. He doesn't come up at all. It might be a catfish, or it could be a whitey. Yep, catfish. That's what I thought. Ow, damn it, he got me. Ah. Catfish have venomous spines, and that one got me with his. So it's going to be stinging the rest of the day. Oh, he hit me right next to the boat. Oh, that's a good fish. That's a real good fish. All right, there we go. It's a good keeper speckled trout. See, that to me is a fish that was outside and came in. He's already migrated. Glad to have him. About a 14-incher. And yes, a 14-incher inside is a good trout this time of year. Love that sound. Fish in the box. Feels decent. Feels catty. See if he comes up. No, he's a trout. I think he's a keeper. No, you know what? He is a keeper for sure. That's what I was hoping to run across, some white trout. Now, white trout fight much harder than specks for about the first 3 to 5 seconds, and then they kind of give up. I would not mind catching a few of those. In Louisiana, there are no size minimums on white trout, and there's no creel limit. Catch as many as you want. I mean, obviously you shouldn't be greedy. Don't take more than you need. And they also tend not to come up like speckled trout. You know, speckled trout, when you hook them, they come up and shake on the surface. White trout do that a whole lot less. And this, to me, is a situation where you definitely don't want to be throwing live bait. Would I be getting more bites if I was throwing live bait? Possibly, but it'd be very inefficient. You make a cast, you might get a hit, lose your bait, you get a reel in, put another live shrimp on, do another cast. This is much more efficient. You're constantly fishing. You know, and there's so many small trout in the water right now, and catfish. You're just gonna lose a ton of shrimp. This holy jolly matrix shad in pretty water is super effective. It looks like a shrimp. And I got it on that 1/16 ounce death grip to make it mimic a shrimp when it falls. It's a much slower fall rate. Well, I just noticed there's somebody duck hunting in this cove, so I'm gonna head on out. Hey, I'm sorry I didn't see you. Well, we found some fish, and now we gotta leave them. We can maybe come back later after he's done hunting. All right, let's go see if we can find some more. All right, in another little cove here, got the wind pushing this way. I'm hoping this tide is falling, although I'm not positive. I'm not really sure what direction it's moving, but it is moving. Just gonna try and cover some water and see what we find. I was kind of getting dialed in on them at that other spot, but Louisiana's in the midst of its 9-day teal season. That guy was teal hunting. What you want to focus on this time of year are these coves that have bayous dumping into them. Oh, nice takedown, shoot. Too busy running my mouth. Because those bayous dump shrimp. You know, the white shrimp grow up back in the marsh. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, I think that's a catfish. Pretty sure. Yep. That's not what we want. That's not what we want. He's foul hook too. So anyway, as I was saying, those bayous drain shrimp. Every tide drains some shrimp. And so these fish will gang up on these flats to ambush those shrimp. I particularly like flats that have grass. All right, there we go. This is eelgrass. Obviously got some of this in this cove. It's a good sign. Like fishing around eelgrass. Not seeing the bait we saw in the other cove though. You know, the sound your cork makes is critical, particularly this time of year. It's one of the reasons I really like this Pro Max, just kind of the way it sounds. And I pop my cork vigorously in the fall. Definitely less so in the winter. And believe it or not, we do fish these flats a lot in the winter. Fish will move up onto them on those kind of warmer afternoons. Pop it less, and you could probably get away with less of a loud cork than this Pro Max, but this time of year, it's just absolutely critical. Pop it a lot, and you want it to be loud. Not only loud, just kind of making the right sound, and this one makes the right sound. It sounds like a trout hitting on the surface. Okay, I just saw a mullet. First bait. Wish it were a shrimp. The cloud's giving us a nice reprieve. Oh, missed him. Running my mouth. That sun's behind it. The wind's pushing directly into the sun, so it's kind of making us drift that way. So I'd be staring right into the sun's rays, trying to see this cork. If it weren't for that cloud, can't blame the sun for that miss. Oh, goodness. Can't blame it for that one either. Oh, goodness. Might be some little trout. But I'd like to see them at least. Could be some whiteys. Oh, missed him. Okay, getting a few bites. Is it cats? Is it white trout? Is it small specks? I'd like to find out. Oh, goodness. I don't know what that is. That's got to be some kind of cat. That's got to be a cat. If it's a trout, it's a nice one. All right, he's kind of acting trouty now. It's got to be a white trout because he's not big at all. Yeah, that's a really nice whitey. That's a really nice one. Oh, no, it's a speck. Never mind. It's a keeper trout. He just doesn't have a lot of spots. See, he's not very spotted at all. I thought he was a white trout, but he's a keeper speck. That's good to see. Got a few bites. Have to make note of where I am. Oh, look at that. There's a shrimp. There's a shrimp. Something was just hitting a shrimp. Come on. I got a shrimp right here for you. And I just heard something bust a shrimp off to my right. We're in a few fish here. Oh, shoot, I missed him. There's a little bayou that dumps in right ahead. That's probably why these fish are here. We'll go explore that bayou at some point. Oh, Todd. All right, there we go. I think it's another keeper. I'm not sure. It's definitely a speck. Ooh, man, he's a measurer. He is a measurer. Let me look. I think he's a little short. I think he's a little bit short. Yeah, he's 12 and a half. All right, that's all right. Glad to have him. Glad to have him. Where they're at 12 and a half, they're 13s. Oh, goodness. What in the world? That was crazy. Something hit behind the cork. I don't think it was this guy. Because he's not that big. Dude, you're pretty unlucky because caught you by a whisker. But you are lucky because the state of Louisiana says I can't keep you. I could if you had no spots. Oh shoot, I missed him. It's never not fun watching a cork go down. Just love this style of fishing this time of year. It's so productive. Well, sometimes when you drift in these flats, you can throw out the Cajun anchor or spot lock and catch 5, 6, 7 in like one little area. But I just tried spot locking where I'd gotten a bunch of bites. Nothing. Just got to stay on the move. Whoa! That's a cat. I'd bet money. You can just tell by how he's fighting. That's a catfish. Yep. Just part of the deal. This time of year, you're going to catch some cats. Cold water temps will make them move outside, but there's a lot of them inside right now. Yeah, big old gaff top. Sliming up my line. See you, dude. Now, a lot of people hate catching catfish, and I'm not going to say I enjoy it. What I most dislike is how they slime your line. You got to get that off, otherwise your line looks like rope. And it's not always easy to get off. You always seem to have a little bit of residual, no matter what. But I don't treat catfish poorly. Some people hit them with bats and stuff. They actually serve a very important function in the ecosystem, so there's no reason to kill them. We're getting close to the mouth of that bayou. Definitely want to make a little trip in there. All right, I made it to the mouth of this little bayou. I'm gonna poke my nose in there, see what I can run across. It definitely looks like the water is falling out of here. So I'm gonna throw this 1/4 ounce death grip jig head with a candy bug Zimmer swimmer. Water's good, but not perfect. Those candy bugs are good all around color. Okay, now that I'm in this little mouth, I can see that water is falling, but man, it's not falling quickly at all. It's barely trickling out. It should pick up the pace here shortly. We kind of started our trip at the end of the rise. So I think we're probably just past the change. Oh, that's a good hit. What in the world? What are you? That was a really good hit. Oh, nice flounder. Come on, get in the boat. All right, there we go. All right. So many of these guys around this year. He's destroying my Zimmer swimmer. But that's all right, it's a good trade. Oh, dude, you were hooked super well. Yes. So glad to have this guy. Look at that. Mwah. I will never in my entire fishing career get a hit harder than that one. Which is say that dude was not bashful. If you're a regular viewer, you know I've been on a crazy flounder run this year. Just crazy. So good. There's just a lot more of them around than what we used to have. And you know, flounder ambush predators, they just sit in areas where bait is passing. They particularly like depth changes. Oh goodness, another really hard hit. Is that another flounder? I mean, he hit the same exact way. I think it's another flounder. It is another flounder. Please stay hooked up. Oh goodness, another doormat. Really beautiful fish. All right, look at this guy. Super happy to have him. Wow. All right. I mean, that was an identical hit. Identical. So awesome. Flounder, love the Zimmer swimmer. And it's not hard to see why. When you see this thing in the water, that tail is like an egg beater. And that's what flounder like. They like something with some action. I love little bayous like this. And there are bayous like this absolutely everywhere in our coast. Everywhere. Just look at a map, you'll find them. So productive this time of year. Particularly on a falling tide. Much more productive on a fall than on a rise. See little bends like this. No guarantee, obviously, but that's a highly likely looking spot. You have much deeper water in those bends. Real shallow water on the inside and deep along the outside. What do we have here? Another flounder? Could be. Yep. No, I don't know. No, redfish, maybe. Redfish? Yep, redfish. Oh, it's a keeper red. All right, we got him. All right, real good red. Got him in the boat quickly. You know what? That makes a slam. We got a slam today. He hit very differently than those flounder did. It's about a 19-inch fish. I'm gonna measure him just to make sure. Yeah, he's 20 inches. There we go. Yeah, look how deep this little bend is, 4 feet. That's why those fish are there. I always love catching a marsh slam, which is speckled trout, redfish, and flounder. Typically the hardest of the three to catch flounder. But we got 2 of them today. Oh my goodness. Scared the snot out of me. That was pretty loud. Oh goodness, I threw in his mouth. He hit me almost before it hit the water. Goodness. Oh shoot, I hate missing that fish. I wanted to see what he was. I think he was a nice trout. Shoot. He was acting like a trout, but he could have been a bass. That was a pure reaction strike. I mean, he hit the second it hit the water. There we go. Oh, goodness. That's got to be a red. Oh, yeah. Not any place for him to go. That's one of these 19 to 20 inch reds that are just so common this year. Just so awesome. All right, no, he's bigger than that. He's bigger than I thought he was. That's about a 22 or so. Yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna say 21 inch red. Really nice fish. These fish are just everywhere. These kind of 18 to 22 inch reds are just so prevalent this year. He smacked that Zimmer swimmer. All right. Yeah, don't hook me, dude. All right, we'll take him home. These little bayous are just so productive this time of year. It's the key to everything. It's what delivers the bait out of the backwater marshes. That's why those fish are on the flat, and that's why they're in here for sure. Now, we haven't caught any trout here in this bayou yet, although I think I did have one hooked, but that'll change once these water temps drop. It's 83 in here, not horrible, but these water temps were in the 70s, maybe low 70s. I think we'll be finding some trout in here. That's gonna happen. Those days are rapidly coming. I know I can't wait. I absolutely love October, November, December fishing, just love it. I like September, but I love October. And the only thing better than October is November. Oh, fudge. Well, you know what that was? Crabby crab. Krabby Patty. All right, mission accomplished. I wanted some meat, and I got some meat. Free range, wild caught, speckled trout, redfish, flounder, white trout. Just an absolutely fantastic morning. Love fall fishing. The key baits, obviously, well, the key setups at least, fishing this Versamax Pro Max. I had it about I'm gonna say 2.5, 3 feet above this 16th ounce depth grip jig head. Holy Jolie Matrix Shad, this is just a deadly setup. You definitely want to throw this a lot this time of year when you don't really know where fish are. You just kind of drifting flats, popping that cork, trying to catch whatever you can catch. It'll be a great technique for really like the next 3 months, maybe even longer than that. Also, of course, this 1/4 ounce depth grip jig head with the Candy Bug Zimmer swimmer. Just love this combo. I mean, I probably could have thrown this on the flat, certainly caught a few fish, but I really like throwing this where I got some depth changes that I can bounce that bait down. Redfish, flounder, speckled trout, largemouth bass, all the fish we have in our marshes, they absolutely love this thing. That's why I love to throw it. All right, I'm in the eastern Lake Pontchartrain area this morning with some really good conditions. I got speckled trout on the brain. Let's see what we can catch. All right, I'm up on a flat that's adjacent to some deep water right here, hoping some trout are gonna move up here to ambush shrimp, being pulled out of the marsh here, just kind of at the beginning of a falling tide. It may not even really be falling yet. Tide's super high from days and days of east winds. So we may have to wait a little bit for this bite to get started. We'll see. Hoping there's some fish out on this flat. We're just gonna drift it. I'm starting with a Versamax bolt, about maybe 2.5 feet above a 16th ounce depth grip jig head with a Holy Jolie Matrix Shad. Water in here is absolutely gorgeous. So I love that Holy Jolie and Shrimp Creole in water that is this color. I'm gonna be listening and looking today, because I'm betting we're gonna find some birds somewhere. As you can tell, I've got an early start. It's 6:45 right now, late sunrise this time of year, of course. All right, my shot in the dark on this flat has not paid dividends. I think because the tide just really isn't moving. It's gonna start falling here, and it's gonna fall pretty hard. Things should improve without question, but it's pretty dead right now. At the peak of the rise, but when it dumps out, it's gonna pull white shrimp out of those back marshes, or at least you would think it would. So let's make a little move, see if we can find some tide, and consequently, some speckled trout. All right, having some camera trouble, unfortunately, but I've found a shoreline that's got some birds and some trout. Ooh, that's not a trout. that's a redfish. I've caught a couple of undersized reds here, but this is not an undersized red. This is a big brute. This is what we have this year. We've got these big monster reds, and we've also got undersized reds. And I'm assuming this is a red and not a catfish. I hope it's a red. It's not fighting like a cat. Nope, it's a red. Beautiful red fish. All right, we got him. Big old upper slot red. Look at this guy. We're gonna tag him and release him. All right, there he goes. All right, the birds have left us. We'll see if that's because the fish have left. Definitely conceivable that we could just keep working this shoreline. And maybe schools moving through here all day. Yep. There's some bait up there. Yep, I see bait popping. Oh, there's one. These fish are thick in here. I don't know if this one's gonna make the cut. He's gonna make the tape, I know that. Oh, look at that, just right here next to the boat. I don't think this guy's gonna make it. Oh, you were hooked well, weren't you, dude? Nope. There he is. Are you a better fish? I don't know. I think you might make it. Who knows? Let's put you on the tape and check it out. Oh, look what he threw up. Actually, bait fish. Not a shrimp. Croaking male, but not big enough. When my camera wasn't working, I caught a couple of keepers. There's definite mixing here. Undersized reds, big reds. Undersized specks and keeper specks. Oh, there's a keeper speck. There we go. That's a keeper. Let's spot lock. I generally like to keep moving. That's a good trout. There we go. That's a good trout. Good keeper, speckled trout. He will be so tasty later. I am keeping a few fish. I want to keep about 10 if I'm lucky enough to catch 10. Yeah, there's fish busting bait all around me. There he is. There he is. I think he's a keeper. I think he is. All right. Yeah, he's a keeper. All right. Love it when a plan comes together. Oh, missed him. That's all right. We threw into a school of hungry piranha. Sooner or later, one of them will get it. This one's not gonna make the cut. Not gonna make it. All right, you gave me a good fight, and hopefully you learned a valuable lesson. No such thing as a free lunch. Oh, there he is. Are you gonna make the cut? I think you are. Oh, well, you're definitely not. That was a definite keeper too. Oh, there he is. That's a baby. That's a baby. That's not the one we want. There he is. Another small one. All right, where'd the big ones go? There's a really small one. I wouldn't even keep you if you were a white trout. That was a pretty trout though, very spotted. Let's throw over here, see if we get a big one, a bigger one. Yep, there we go. That's probably a keeper. I don't know. Having second thoughts, having my doubts. Nope, not a keeper. Not even close. Let's continue with our drift if we can't catch some bigger ones. I mean, it's just every cast. But not putting meat in the box, or not enough. Still a lot of fun. I heard you. Are you a big one, or are you a baby? I think you might make it. Oh, goodness. We keep losing all the keepers. Feels like another keeper, but we'll see if we can land him. No, that's a good trout. All right, here we go. Look at this. Shrimp whiskers. Shrimp whiskers. That's why these fish are here. Even though that other one threw up some bait fish. All right, make a few casts without the cork. 1/4 ounce depth grip, also with a holy jolly. Just to see, kind of rapidly swim the bait. Oh, there it is. Yep. Yep. I think you're gonna make the cut, buddy. Yeah, you're gonna make the cut. You're a nice trout. All right. Trout of all sizes in here. Yeah, this dude was hooked super well. That's a good, I don't know, maybe even 15-inch fish. Oh, there's one. You're not as big as your buddy. No offense. But you might be a keeper, actually. You're bigger than I thought you were. You are definitely bigger than I thought you were. You're a weakling. You should be ashamed of yourself. I tell you to hit the gym, but I don't think you're gonna get the chance. I don't know, maybe you will. Let's see. I don't know, you're 13 inches. You will not be hitting the gym. You'll be hitting the grease. Oh, there he is. That's a keeper. See, that cork rig for me is just a great way to find fish. Question. Oh, shut up, Siri. That cork rig for me is just a great way to find fish. But after you kind of get them dialed in, it's switched to tight line soft plastics or jerk baits or top water or whatever you like to throw, whatever you think's appropriate for the situation. Definitely better size fish. Throwing a tight lined, jigged, soft plastic. And as many of you know, this Holy Jolly was designed by my son, Joel. It's his color that Matrix made for him. It's a great color. I fished this bait a lot this time of year when the fish are feeding on shrimp. This and shrimp creole. I like shrimp creole generally better in the spring. Holy Jolly better in the fall and winter, but not always. Oh goodness, I missed him. Whew, that was a good hit. Whew. Whew, you got that shrimp. You got that shrimp. That scrimp. Oh, there he, oh, I missed him. There he is. All right, good trout. Good trout. Whew. Yeah, it's amazing. You go to the jig matrix, fish increase in size 3 or 4 inches. You know, obviously it's more attractive to these bigger fish. You know, that cork, a good thing about it is that everything bites it. So it helps you dial into where fish are. When I'm searching this time of year, almost always I'll be throwing that Versamax bolt. Oh, goodness. Oh, there he is. Good, another good trout, another keeper. That's about a 13-incher. Maybe even a little less, but I'm pretty sure he's a keeper. I think he's gonna hit the tape just to make sure. Big enough. The birds are back. Oh shoot, I hooked a seagull. Oh goodness. Well, I didn't hook him, but my line entangled him, but he got free, so that's good. I do not want to fight a seagull. This is one of those days when you get a bait back to the boat without a fish and you're like, what the heck? That's a good one. These fish are still so crazy. Water temp is 79 that you lose a lot of them because they just go bananas. You know, you're fighting these fish in December or January, you land a much higher percentage of them because they're much more docile. Come on, dude. What the heck are you doing? That's a good trout, that's why. Come on, let's get you going up. Yeah, that's the fish of the day right there. That's about a 18-inch trout, really beautiful fish. It's our picture fish, maybe our thumb for the video. So I'll be honest with you, this is an area I would never have fished, but I was passing through and saw the birds working they were just kind of interested. They weren't really working hard. So I got upwind and saw, oh, there he is, and started making a drift and discovered this school of fish. That was kind of my goal today. Get out here and find some trout feeding on white shrimp. Mission accomplished. And of course, you never know how long a bite's gonna last. I mean, I threw in his mouth. Well, he got off. As I said, they're going crazy. But this is the beginning of the fall, so probably I could sit here for hours and catch these fish. But you never know. They could leave any minute. Can't ever take it for granted. Just gotta enjoy it while it's going on. So I'm fishing on a Wednesday. We've got a significant front coming this weekend. This video probably won't be out until Monday, so the front will have already passed. All that front is gonna do is make things better. So this fishing should be just fantastic for the next several weeks at least. Heck, weather permitting, it'll be fantastic for the next 3 months. Focus on those falling tides. Nothing easier in fishing than the marshes of South Louisiana on a falling tide in the fall. And this year, I tell you what, there's so much white shrimp in this marsh. It's just gonna be epic. I mean, as you can tell, we're not even in the heart of the season yet. And look at the action we're having today. It didn't take me long at all to find fish. I mean, at all. Didn't have any intel or anything like that, just came out looking. Another beautiful trout. Another beautiful fish. I gotta count. I think I'm getting close to 10. These fish are in such a frenzy. My first couple of casts, I made just a straight retrieve. Oh, goodness, already. Oh. But it definitely seems, because they are so frenetic, that you've got to kind of hop this bait kind of aggressively. That's when they're hitting it. Just awesome. Awesome, awesome action. So great. Look at the trout. But I bet you could throw a popper and whack them. That should be a bite. Look at the slicks popping up. I don't know if you can see that. And because I tried to call the shot, I didn't get a bite. Not a bite. Not a bite on that cast. But I did get a bite on that cast, and that's another good trout. Big old mouth shaker. Ooh, ooh. I'm not gonna horse you. I think you're pretty decent. Yeah, I think you're pretty decent. Dude, is this trout that big? He must be. That must be a really good trout. Oh my goodness. This is a beautiful fish. It's a 3-pound speckled trout. All right, come on, we're just gonna hoist you. Day like today, we'll just hoist you. All right, that's a tank. That's a good fish. And look how deep. You think these fish aren't feeding? Look at that. I mean, it's in his gills. I hope I can get it out without causing any damage, because I'm not gonna keep this fish. Well, I may keep him if I can't get this hook out without making a mess. All right, he's fine. Not even bleeding, which is good. So I'm gonna let him go. All right, just counted my fish, and unfortunately I'm 1 over my personal limit. I've set a limit for myself of 10 speckled trout. Won't keep any more than that. Kind of screwed up. I thought I had 10, I actually have 11. Whatever. I'm gonna leave these fish biting and go see what else I can find. A day like today, it shouldn't be hard to find some other action, no doubt. As I've mentioned, the fishing's just really, really good. It always is this time of year. This is an especially good year though, because of the number of white shrimp that are in the marsh. Just fantastic. Get out here and do this if you can, and get out here soon. Although I'll tell you what, you've got time. I mean, the next few months should be great, but why wait? All right, I spent the morning catching speckled trout and redfish in a big lake. Action was phenomenal, just as good as it gets. But I love nothing more than exploring, so now I'm gonna see what I can find, pushing back into the marsh. I may rely on some lakes if I have to, but object of the day is see what's happening in these marshes. Come along with me. All right, the shoreline's got a little ditch running into it. You know I'm a sucker for a ditch like this. Also good to see this water's rushing out of here, so our tide is definitely falling. Oh, that was a bite. Poke our nose in here just a little bit. See if we can find something that wants to play. 4.7 feet. Good depth in here. Pretty bend right here. Looks like something that ought to hold some fish. Water's absolutely flying out. Love to see that. Oh, man, I got drilled. Dadgummit. How did I miss that fish? I don't know what it was, but it was a good hit. Odds are it was a trout, but no telling. Oh, another hit. All right. Another hit. Must be little trout. Another hit. Oh, I saw him hit it. That's a nice trout. That's not a little one. I watched that fish come up and hit this bait. That was awesome. Don't too often get to sight fish trout. Not that I threw to this fish, but I saw him hit it. Sweet. Good trout, too. That's how good the fishing is right now. It's just ridiculous. Just doesn't get any better. Oh, another hit. Oh, there he is. You're not as big as your buddy I just caught. That's for sure. Look how spotted this fish is. Gorgeous. Look how pretty that fish is. That's a beautiful trout. Croaking male. It's 4 feet right here. Probably a little deeper in that bend. Those fish are stacked up in there. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. They're just feasting on shrimp coming out of this backwater. Goodness, every cast. There he is. Small trout or ladyfish. He's acting like a ladyfish, but he is a small trout. Take off, dude. There he is, under the boat. And you're a keeper. I absolutely love stuff like this. Just love it. Oh, man. You know why I love it? Because the fish love it. And this one's got plenty. I'm throwing a 1/4 ounce death grip jig head with a holy jolly matrix shad. This is the bait that worked well for me this morning. Also worked well for me in the surf in Perdido. Oh, there we go. Are you a keeper? I think you might be. I don't know. I'm thinking not, but who knows? You're a decent trout. Here you go, dude. Swim off. I can usually guess within about 1/8 of an inch. Not always. Sometimes you're fooled. Usually I'm right on. If you fish a lot, you probably are too. Oh, I missed him. It's just silly. It's automatic. So something like this, and you can see it's a ditch. What makes this so productive this time of year is there are white shrimp all back in these marshes. And we got a falling tide pulling water out. Those white shrimp are riding the conveyor belt to go outside. That's their life cycle. They grow up in these marshes, they move out, they spawn, their babies come in and grow up in the marshes. Each shrimp lives, on average, just a year. I think you're foul hooked. No, you're not. You're just acting crazy. Yeah, you are kind of foul hooked. Yeah, you are. You're hooked in the gill. You're totally foul hooked. Oh man, I wish you were legal, because I would keep you, just because I'm not sure you're gonna live. But I don't think you're legal. We're gonna let you go. So when the white shrimp run, when they're heading out, it's just the easiest fish of the year. Oh goodness, as you can tell, just the easiest fish of the year. It's so easy to find fish right now. I'm fishing stuff I've never fished before. And it's like I'm oh, look at that. You can't live right there, buddy. See you. I'm confident I can go many places today and find fish. Now obviously these are on the small. Oh goodness, wow, how'd I miss you? These are on the small side, of course. It's about, I don't know, maybe half and half, maybe a little bit more throwbacks and keepers. But I'm getting a bite every cast. Hard to leave when that's the case. Oh goodness. Oh, there he is. Oh, that's a good fish. That's a good trout. Man, is this fun. This is just awesome. About a 14-inch fish, I'd say, maybe 13 and a half. Yeah, I'd say 13 and a half. Hooked super well. Look, you can see the bait on my depth finder. That's all those shrimp getting sucked through here. That's how many shrimp are here. It's just crazy. There he is. It's funny, even though I'm not keeping fish, I still like to check and see if they're legal. Just want to know. Could I have kept it? I think he is legal. Let's see. Yeah, he's legal. He's 13. We're going to tag him and let him go. And you can see, I don't know how well you can see the surface of the water, but it's boiling right here. That's why these fish are here in this bend. Obviously, it's going to be more shallow up here. It's going to drop off in this bend. It's going to get more shallow here. Just provides great ambush points for these fish. Those shrimp have no idea that these fish are here. They have no choice, really. They're just getting sucked out with the current. And just run the gauntlet of speckled trout. Oh, goodness. Run the gauntlet. Oh, missed him. This, to me, is as good as it gets. I love, oh, goodness, I love being back in the marsh. I'll fish big water, and I catch fish in big water. But to me, there's nothing more enjoyable than fishing the marsh. I just love it. Thus the name of my YouTube channel, Marshman Masson. The marsh always hides magical secrets. You just gotta find them. I mean, it's breezy today. It's probably blowing 15, but we don't care. Look how calm it is here. Looks like it's not blowing at all. What are you? You're a definite keeper. Yes, you are. Oh, it came off. Came off. This is what you're gonna catch in the fall. Speckled trout like this, 14 inches or so. Ooh, he's got a messed up mouth. Didn't stop him from biting our bait though. Just so glad to see these guys. I know this goes against conventional wisdom, but I could actually move up over here and fish down current and probably do even better. It's actually my favorite way to fish stuff like this, fishing down current. You can just kind of hold the bait. Oh goodness, hold the bait in the strike zone longer. Also, you maintain better contact with your bait, so your hook sets are more effective. And that bait just kind of sits there with that tail shaking. These matrix, I mean, these things just look so good in the water. That's why they're so effective. That tail action is just unbeatable. I converted to the Matrix in 2012, 11 years ago. I used to be a saltwater assassin guy, and saltwater assassin is definitely a great bait. They're not real durable, but when I started fishing these Matrix, my catch rate went way up. I've never turned back. Of course, I use other plastics, but if I'm fishing a paddle tail, it's gonna be a Matrix, period. And you know, every year you gotta kind of figure out which bait, which color is hottest. And not surprisingly, it's appearing that the Holy Jolly is the color of fall 2023. Oh, you figure as dry as we were this summer, water clarities are really good across the coast. And this is just a great clear water bait. You don't want to fish this thing in dirty water. You want to fish it in water that looks like what we have today. Oh, that's a good one. By good, I mean maybe 13 inches. Maybe not, I don't know, let's see. He might just be a 12. Oh, we'll never know. We'll never know. Yeah, these fish are going crazy when you hook them, just crazy. 77-degree water, right in their wheelhouse. Actually, maybe 67 would be more in their wheelhouse, but they wouldn't go quite as crazy at 67 degrees. Whatever, 77 is a nice change from, I saw 97 this summer in one area, 97 degree water, which I've never seen in my life. There he is. Ooh, that's a good trout. Stay in the boat there, buddy. Good trout, hooked well. One tooth. Such a ferocious looking fish, isn't it? Love them. Love these guys. Oh. I always wonder when I get on a bite like this, how big that school is. Here's a little ditch. It's not big at all. How many trout could be in here? Just amazing. I mean, you're in an area that's got bait and it's being funneled to them. They're gonna stack up there. Oh, there he is. Uh-huh, another keeper. Well, keeper size at least. You'll probably get off like all the other keepers. All right. So I talked about durability. Look how torn up this bait is. And it's finally dying on me. I caught probably, I don't know if 100, that might be an exaggeration, but maybe 75 trout on this bait. And it finally died. I could probably catch more on it, but it's tearing away up here at the neck. So let's change it. All right, fresh new one. See what the fish think. You like our fresh new one? Yep, apparently they do. You might be borderline, but I don't feel like checking. I'm not gonna keep you anyway. And right away, threw in his mouth. He's a big one. He's a big old boy. Yep. Sorry to interrupt your day, buddy. Oh, goodness. Definitely another keeper. Definitely another keeper. Croaking male. Put a tag in him. See ya. There's one. There's one. All right. You going crazy. You don't like being hooked, do you? I don't blame you. I don't blame you. All right. All right. And another one. Another good trout. Another good one. Just every cast. I mean, it's just every cast. Crazy. Just cherry picking them. No chance of getting away, buddy. All right, this is literally the first ditch I've checked, and it's loaded with fish. I've never fished it before in my life. And that ought to tell you something. How easy fish are to find right now. I mean, obviously, you hope to hit a home run on your first stop, but usually you have to hunt a little bit, even when conditions are this good. But not today. Dude, you are so lucky. You are so lucky. All right, it is a crazy windy fall day here in the marshes of South Louisiana, but I got the bug to go fishing, and not only me, But Kevin Ford, my good buddy, television show host of, what's your show called now?
We're about to change the name of it.
What's it going to be called?
It is going to be called Tales from the Bayou.
Oh, Tales from the Bayou. Okay, great. Awesome. We just got out here. Look at that sun. It's about to come up. But other than the wind, we got some really good conditions. We've got a hard falling tide. Water's up. We've had southeast wind for a couple of days, raised water levels, but we got to find some fish. Water in here where we just stopped looks okay, but we're going to cover some water today, cover a lot of ground, and see what we can find. Come along with us. All right, Kevin and I are starting in a deep bayou. As you can see, it's 17 feet deep in here. This is an area that shrimp migrate through, heading out to a big lake over here. Sometimes it can be really good. We'll see if they're in here today. Who knows? I'm fishing with a tiger bait matrix shad on a 3/8 ounce death grip. Yeah. I mean, it's fishable, but it's not as pretty as I'd like it to be.
The more you look at it, the worse it looks. Stop looking at it.
Right? Kind of like that girl you brought home from the bar. Every day is different. Got to find today's fish today. They're not in this bin. They're nowhere. We're going to leave. All right, last cast. Sun's coming up. Oh, there we go. Fish number one.
Oh my God, I knew you were going to do that to me.
Fish number one. He feels, I don't know, foul hooked or something. I don't know what's up with this fish.
Hello, big red fish.
That might be a big red or a big drum.
Yep.
That's not the speckled trout we're after.
No.
Yeah, he feels like a big drum.
It's a pretty one, Todd.
Thanks. Don't know what it is. I'm thinking drum. He sure is fighting like a big drum.
He's not putting up much of a fight, though.
He's fighting like a big drum. Like a Volkswagen.
In the kitchen with Todd on the big drum. Cook the worms.
Right. Cook the worms like scallops. Oh, it's a flathead. Get him, get him, get him.
I'm getting him.
Look at this flathead.
Look at the size of that. And he was foul.
Look at this. So in Venice, or in Buras, a couple of weeks ago, I caught the first flathead I've caught in years.
That is a big flathead.
Dude, look at this. That's the best eating fish you could possibly catch. Ow, he bit me.
My goodness.
Look at this big flathead. Look at this. Got it? All right, we're definitely taking him home. All right, Kevin and I are on a stop number 2. Caught that flathead in stop number 1, which, believe me, I'm very excited about, but didn't seem to be any trout in that bayou. So we're coming to check. And this little bayou, not much of a bayou, 5 feet right here. We'll see what we can find in here. Fortunately, the water is really nice in here. It looks really good. Looks very, very fishy. I'm throwing a green hornet matrix shad on a 1/4 ounce death grip jig head. Kevin is throwing a limbo slice matrix shad. 1/4 ounce jig head? 3/8 jig head. We find water like this all day, we're gonna catch some fish. 8 feet right here. Ooh, look at that grass. A little grass, it's nice to see. A lot of grass. That makes me very happy. Very happy. And it's good grass too. All right, stop number 2 is also a dud. Well, I can't say also. Stop number 1, at least we caught a fish. Nothing here, despite this spectacular water. But we're gonna make a long run to spot number 3. Don't know where that is yet exactly, but we'll figure it out once we get there. Hopefully find water this good, because we will find some fish if we find water this good. All right, Kevin and I have come to the shoreline of a big lake. See, it's wide open. We've got a hard southeast wind, and this shoreline is protected on this wind. So we're just gonna go beat these banks, maybe duck our nose into some bayous and stuff coming into this bank. We're just on the hunt. Hopefully we'll run across some trout, redfish, maybe some out of season flounder. Who knows what else. I'm throwing a gold spinner with a 1/4 ounce death grip and a shrimp creole matrix shad. Kevin is throwing a cork with a vortex shad.
catch a lot of trout with that spinnerbait?
I do catch a lot of trout with this spinnerbait. You wouldn't think it would be a good trout bait, but it is. And usually the trout you catch on are nice. You don't catch a whole lot of throwbacks. Good looking drain coming up. Real good looking drain. Oh, there's a fish.
Got him?
Freaking lost him.
Well, you would be a fish right there.
Is this fish still on?
It's a monster, Todd.
I'm telling you, you can't even tell if he's on. Yeah, there's a fish. Oh, it's a nice trout. It's a keeper trout. Dude, that guy was not fighting at all. I think he's a keeper. We're going to check, but he looks like he is.
You can check this one too.
Let's see, Kevin. I think he is. I think he's a keeper. I don't know. He's worth a measure.
This 13-inch thing has got us.
I know. He's definitely over 12. This one's 13 and a half.
This one's got no shot. I mean, no shot.
No, he's got no shot. You're right.
It takes Sherlock Holmes to figure out there could be a fish in this drain.
Yeah, look at this water pouring out that marsh. That was the weakest speckled trout I've ever caught in my life. Oh, goodness. That's a good hit. Not a big fish, but a really good hit.
It looks like I threw right where you threw the last time.
Yeah.
It looks like they're right smack dab in the middle of it there. I thought I could catch one on the outside.
I tell you what, that's a good trout, man. That's a real good trout.
Oh, came up and slapped at the cork.
You know, this whole fall I've been catching tons of 12 to 13 inch trout. So you run across some 15 to 16 inchers. They're nice to see, even 14 inchers.
But
oh, there he is. There he is.
I'm not gonna wait for your guess.
Oh, goodness. Dude. What the heck?
What is that?
It's a trout. He's just got a strong opinion. Oh, it's a little red. It's a rat red. That's why. So,
your size and identification skills today have not been
the best.
You have not been on top of your game.
You know, because I thought that flathead catfish was something other than a flathead catfish.
You call a 15-inch trout was a 4-inch trout.
Yep, that's true. This is true. All right, I stuck a tag in this guy. He's 14-inch redfish. Hopefully he grows up and somebody else catches him. My gold spinner got a little mangled, so I made a switch to this green hornet matrix shad. That's what I caught that red on. This is just a little nothing drain. Oh, that's a smaller trout.
You figured that out, huh?
And this one would not have even been legal last year.
That one may not be legal next year.
Yep. Appreciate the fight there, buddy. This bite is gonna die here in this little chernas. It's just not sizable enough to hold a ton of fish. Hopefully Kevin can catch another one. Hopefully Kevin gets retied before the bite dies. All right, go ahead, buddy.
What the hell?
Oops, I did it again. Kevin just got retied after throwing off his jig head. First cast, he threw off that jig head.
Okay. I was not a good jig head.
Oh, goodness. That might be a nice red. I got a terrible, terrible hook set. Well, it is a red, but it's not a nice red.
It is a red.
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know how you had that much power on that initial tug. Definitely starting to run across a bunch of these now. Very, very glad to see. These will be the ones we're catching next year. I've caught a ton of those in the past few weeks. Oh, what is that? It's another one of those reds, I think. Another 14-inch red, I bet. That's what it feels like. He has not come up. Yep. Well, at least I'm making good use of my tags. He's a little bigger. He's about a maybe 16.
I don't think that's 16.
You don't think? We'll check. He's bigger than the last one. It might be 15. Kevin's just jealous. Oh, threw in his mouth.
You did throw that one in his mouth. That's a good one.
Oh, he came off. Dadgummit, that was a better red. Oh, there we go. Trout, I don't think he's gonna make the cut though. He is a feisty one, just not big enough. Another between 12 and 13. Theme of the year. The joys of exploring. Finding little stuff like that. There's stuff like that everywhere.
It's not gonna take me long to catch this fish and you can turn around.
Okay. Man, I'm getting bit by a few gnats. Wasn't expecting that today.
Oh, God.
You missed him?
Yeah, it was a good fish. Right out there. That was definitely a keeper.
Oh, there we go. That's a keeper. That's a good. Oh, look at that trout. That's a really good trout.
That's what hit me.
All right. This 14-inch fish, they look like monsters when you're catching 12-inchers. I'm not even sure this fish is 14. He's definitely over 13. Yeah, he's almost 14. Ooh, water's pouring out that drain. That looks promising, Kevin. All right, we got another cut coming up. Dead ahead, water's dumping out of it. We're gonna kind of approach it from outside and move in. Kevin's throwing that cork. And a lot of times trout will hang out kind of where that water stops flowing, like right around here. Doesn't mean you couldn't find them up there, certainly, but that's more likely for redfish. This is kind of more likely for trout. I gotta get some marsh romance. I didn't expect to be dealing with gnats today. I'm glad, I'm very glad. It's far less windy than it was this morning.
Oh, good Lord, come on, fish.
You had a takedown?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I didn't have a takedown, but I got a nice trout. I got a horrible hook set. We'll see if we get him. I'm not gonna horse you, dude, because I didn't get it. That's a nice trout.
Nice trout. I didn't think that fish was that big.
Yeah, look how deep he took it. That's a good sign. He definitely was feeding, not just hitting it to kill it. You might want to try a different color. Oh, there he is. Different color. That's a good trout. That's a real good trout. Going crazy. 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 Kevin, can you sing Ozzy?
No, I can see the other one.
And he took it deep too. Took it deep. They're feeding. Open up, Brad. It's over. Ow! Yeah, sorry, it's all up in your gills.
Oh, God, right there. Oh, my God.
Missed another one?
Big one, yeah. Keep following it up.
Man, he cut my hand. I'm bleeding. There he is.
Yep.
Get him, Kev.
That's a good trout.
Redfish.
Oh, redfish.
That same
Fish
school of fish.
identifying.
Oh, there he is. He came back. He came back. Oh, he threw it. Dadgummit, that fish was hooked well too. Good for him. Good for him. Look at the blood. I'm bleeding like a pig. Struggle is real. Oh, you fricker. Oh, came back a second time. Oh, goodness. Oh, dude, there's some fish right there.
A little bit more in the middle.
That must have been the same fish hitting me over and over again. Oh. There he is. Let's see if we can get him in. Lost the last couple. Definite keeper. If he makes it all the way to the boat.
He is going to...
He's in. In like Flynn.
Is he a keeper?
He's 100% a keeper. You want to bet me?
No.
I wouldn't advise it. We'll put him on the tape just to make sure, since you have doubts. Yep, barely, 13 1/8. Closer than I thought, but he is a keeper. There you go, Kevy. Oh, there are some small ones down there.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to be an inconvenience to you for a moment. I gotta get that marsh romance. All right, this is the, it's gnat season again. This is the marsh romance. Best stuff you could possibly use for keeping gnats away.
It smells good too.
It does smell good. I'm actually glad to be dealing with gnats today because it means the wind's not as bad as the forecast. It's supposed to be windy today. And it's windy, but it's not bad. I'd say it's blowing maybe 8, something like that. Last cast, and we're gonna make a little move. We're gonna go inside of there and throw out. Oh, maybe not. Dude, these fish are going crazy. I think you're legal, but I ain't positive.
I'll throw the cork right in the middle and see if they hit the cork in the middle. I don't know if he's legal. If he is, he's barely legal.
Well, no. He's like Larry Flint's hustle club.
That's a nice club, isn't it?
Yep, some really nice women there.
Yeah.
I've never been, so no idea. Yep, he's legal. 13 1/8. Change our angle a little bit. Got him, Kevy?
I got him.
Oh, that's a keeper.
Oh,
Come on, Kevin, don't lose him. You need to put one in the box.
I already have put one in the box.
Oh, Kevin.
Hey, we got the action, didn't we?
All right, next we're gonna teach you how to flip a fish in the boat. It's next on the agenda.
That's a good fish.
Yeah, it was. It was probably it might have been a 16. Got him.
Got him.
That's a good keeper, Kevin. Swing him.
Swing him.
Whoa, there we go. Well, you almost lost him.
That was a nice swing. Stop.
There we go.
Oh, jumping. Right in my
Oh,
secret
that was
spot.
not nice.
I saw that too.
Come on back. Come on back, you sexy thing. I believe in miracles.
What, because I caught a fish?
No, I'm singing. I believe in miracles. Wait
It's a
from
miracle.
you sexy thing. Sexy thing.
You wouldn't believe where I've been.
There you oh, what are you? I think that's one of those 14-inch reds. Oh, he came off, man. Gee willikers. I at least want to get a tag in you, bro. Stick a giant needle in your back. Well, are you gonna stay on? No, you did not. How rude. 2 in a row. Oh, there he is. Didn't miss you that time. Well, yes, I did. Dude, that's about 5 in a row. That was a good trout, too. Literally, I've missed about 5 fish in a row that I've had hooked up. And there's another one. We'll see if we get him.
I think you got a shot at him.
This is not a big one. Of course, I'll easily land him.
Well, he's growing. No, he grew.
It's actually a keeper.
Yeah, it's a keeper.
But the one I missed before that was bigger. But that's all right. Gotta be grateful. All right, some 13.5 inchers. It beats catching nothing but 12 to 13 inchers.
Dang it.
There he is.
That's a good fish. You're killing me, Masson. If you haven't noticed. I gotta catch one this cast.
All right, that's a good trout.
Today.
About a, well, let's see. I'm not gonna guess. I'm gonna say 16.
15.5.
Yeah, he might be a little under 16. Let go of my bait. Let go. So obviously the pattern is to fish these drains today with this falling tide. Water's really nice. You know, there's tons of bait sucking out of these backwater marshes, and the trout are ambushing them here. They're definitely schooling to some degree, because we'll have like steady action, catch 3, 4, 5 fish, and then catch nothing for maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and then kind of find another little school. So I don't know if they're moving in from the lake or if they're moving out from in the marsh, but this is where they're ambushing all that bait. And I have no doubt we could leave this one and go to a different drain and at least catch a few fish. Or we could just sit here and probably leave with our limit. Now, current time is, it's almost 10 o'clock, and this tide's only gonna fall till about maybe 12:30 or 1. So we don't have tons of time with this falling tide, but that is absolutely 100% the key to this bite. If we fish this on a rising tide, may catch a fish or two, but nothing like this. I have no idea how deep it is in that middle, but based on the amount of time it's taken our baits to get down, I'd say it's maybe about 5 or 6 feet.
They haven't been doing much on the cork today.
Nope.
Oops.
There you go. That one did. Come on, Kevin, the keeper?
Oh yeah, it's a keeper.
He's saying, oh yeah.
Definitely a keeper.
Dude, that's a good trout. Let me get your picture. That's the trout of the day.
That is a good trout. No, I do like the bobber.
All right.
I think we're dealing with just fish coming in and out of here.
From inside or outside?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. I think we're dealing with the same thing. I just don't know. I don't know if they're coming, moving in from the lake or moving out from the. So I'm saying I think we could probably sit here and limit if we were patient enough. I don't know if I'll be patient enough.
I mean, you go from getting a bite every cast to.
Yep, to dead, nothing.
And
then all of a sudden you get 3, 4, 5 fish.
pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There he is.
You gonna catch that after what I just caught?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, and I'm gonna eat him.
No, you're not.
I may eat him. We'll see. I'll tell you in about.
You may eat him next year.
I'll tell you in about 15 seconds. He's a little short. We'll see. 12 and a half. And Kevin's got a. I'll get him, buddy.
You know what I was doing, right?
Reeling in?
Yeah.
I think he's a keeper. Oh yeah, 13 and a half. Good job, Kevin. All right, our bite has really slowed down. We could probably sit here and wait for another school to move in. Almost certain that would be the case, but you know, so many options on a day like today with conditions like this. It's really hard to just sit here when the fish aren't biting. So I think we're gonna move up into this little bayou. I looked at it on a map, it looks pretty good. And it actually drains a pond that's back there. I don't know how deep the pond is. We could maybe even get into it and go fish for reds or something. But there should be some fish at the mouth of that pond where it meets the bayou. And we might catch some on the way in the bayou. So I think we're gonna mosey and see what else we can find. Exploring is way more fun to me than just sitting on action where you're kind of just waiting for fish to show up. This is a beautiful bayou. Oh, there he is. All we had to do was move the boat. What you think, Kavita? I think he's too little. I think he's too little. 5.2. 5.2 feet.
That's a nice one there, Todd.
Thank you.
Oh, shit, right there.
You got hit right by the boat. Oh, that's a good trout, Kevin. Get him. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's a keeper.
I think he's a keeper. I caught him, didn't I?
Yep. Whew, man, now we're in that wind. Fighting the wind and this ferocious current. Did he make it?
Yep.
There you go. So now we're in this bayou. It's 7.5 feet deep. It's gonna be deeper in this bend up here, I'm sure. Well, it's 8 feet here. So that tells you why all those fish are at the mouth of this. It's obviously just draining a bunch of water, pulling a bunch of bait out of that marsh. Perfect scenario for fall fishing. Got him. You got him. You got him. Good trout, Kevin. All right.
All right.
Good job. Let's sit here. Oh, dude, it's 11 feet under the boat.
Oh, God, this is perfect. How about that?
Good keeper trout.
Marshman trout.
Oh, there he is, right under the boat.
Yeah, I just had another bite right under the boat.
Oh,
too.
good trout.
Good trout.
Fall back a little bit. Obviously, we got on top of him. Beautiful South Louisiana speckled trout. Love to see it.
The double rig. I was gonna try to catch two.
I'm just glad to be running across consistent keepers. Because, man, I haven't in months. Yeah, that's why, like, for me, how many more fish do you need to reel in? Like, to me, it's like, that's why I come up here exploring. Even though we know there's fish at the mouths, we could probably sit there and catch a limit. Probably 20 years ago, that's what I've done. But it's like, I want to go find fish. It's more fun than catching fish. Oh, there we go.
That's a keeper.
That's a keeper.
Keeper.
I got to drink some electrolytes. Ow.
What happened?
I get my muscle cramps up right here.
Yeah, I used to have that problem. Maybe.
Kevin, I don't know. I have my doubts, my friend. But we're gonna measure him. He's too close to keep. So as high as this water was, you can see how much of it is drained out. We're back in that lake. Caught a couple fish up in that bayou. We got to the mouth by that pond, but didn't do anything there. And so we're back exploring again, just fishing the shoreline of the lake, looking for more cuts. Looks like there's one here. Doesn't look like as much water coming through it as that last one, but definitely we're gonna check it out. We're getting late in the tide. Not gonna be moving a whole lot longer. There he is. That feels red fishy. That feels red fishy.
Yep.
That's not one of those 14 inches that we're gonna throw back.
No, that's a good one. There's something about me eating crackers that attracts a fish bite.
He was right on that point. That's that cut I was talking about, dead ahead. Ah, such a pretty fish. Such a beautiful red. You can tell how nice this water looks. There we go. All right.
It's a pretty red fish right there, my boy.
That is a pretty red. All right, we've caught a bunch of like 14, 15 inch reds. This is not one of those. This is about a 22, 23 incher. Definitely a keeper. If Kevin wants him, do you want him?
He's so pretty, let's turn him loose.
You want to let him go? Good for you. All right, big boy. I know you're exhausted. But let's get you on your way. There you go. All right. Got him?
Yep.
Feel decent?
I can't tell. Yeah, he's decent.
Yeah, he's good. That's a good fish. There you go, Kevin. Good fish. It's amazing. There's fish at all these cuts. Water temp today, I don't think I ever mentioned it, but it's 77. It's probably a little bit cooler earlier. You got him?
Yeah, I got him.
Feel decent?
Redfish.
Yep. Another 14-inch red. I'm really glad to see those.
Yep.
Because that bodes well for the future. They're everywhere. We're gonna hit this three-way up here. Three teal. You got a fish?
I cast, didn't I?
Oh, look at that. I got one too. Or was mine? Yours was a keeper.
Yep.
Mine was not. Got him?
Yep.
Kevin, that's a nice one. Kevin Ford is heating up. All right, Kevin.
All right. Pretty fish.
Not bad at all. Good eater.
Shit.
Yep. That's what I was telling you happened.
Go back where I was.
Oh. There he is. That might be a red, Kevin. If it's a trout, he's foul hooked. Oh, flounder! Shoot!
Oh, gosh. We knew we were going to catch one.
Oh, no! The reason I'm saying oh no is because there's a moratorium currently on flounder in Louisiana. This guy is not legal to keep. After November 30th, he would be.
To be a time traveler.
Yes. And this I would say is my favorite bycatch. Would you agree?
Oh,
is that
God,
your favorite bycatch?
Oh, it's not even a... Yeah, that's one of my favorite fish to catch.
Yeah. I mean, you seldom target them. We're not in here targeting flounder, but, and of course, this one's like hooked like no flounder ever has been.
I can guarantee you, if you weren't... It would be flounder season. That thing would have flopped.
Yes. He would have come off right at the boat. All right, gotta let him go. See you, dude. Now, the flounder population in Louisiana was really on hard times.
That was a big fish.
About 5 to 10 years ago, but it's come roaring back. It started coming back before the moratorium, but obviously that's certainly helping. It's not hurting at all. If you saw my last video, I was catching flounder in the surf in Perdido, Florida, and Florida has the same moratorium that Louisiana has.
Oh, you couldn't keep those?
No, I couldn't keep them. October 15th, November 30th. Unlike Florida, Louisiana has no size minimum. Oh, that was a really good hit. Oh, Kevin, please don't be another flounder.
I think it is.
I think it might be. Look how it's fighting. Nope, it's a foul hook speckled trout. I think it's actually a keeper. 14 inches. All right, really fun trip with a really good friend. Absolutely fantastic out here today. We found speckled trout and redfish and flounder at all these cuts. Well, we didn't find flounder at all the cuts. We found one flounder, but all these cuts are loaded with fish. Such a typical fall pattern. You gotta fish those drains on a falling tide. You know, look, we just came out here exploring, just came out here looking and easily found fish. It's just really good right now. Although I gotta tell you, today's the first trip where I consistently caught keepers. Obviously, we caught some throwbacks as well. But lately, it's been a whole lot of small fish in the marsh. Each passing day, though, more and more big fish are moving in from outside. Also, these cooler water temps, you know, 77 degrees today. That inspires those bigger fish to feed. All right, I'm heading out to fish. And as you can probably tell, it ain't exactly morning. Heading out for an afternoon trip. It is currently 3:01, so I don't have a whole lot of time to fish. But I am in desperate need of some fishing success today. It has been a lean stretch. Weather's not been good here in South Louisiana. We had about a week of very strong, unfishable east winds, followed by a lot of westerly winds. In the midst of that, I slipped out a few times, went out once, fished the power lines in western Lake Pontchartrain, skunk. Went to Lake Road, crabbing, pretty much a skunk. And then I went yesterday with my buddy C-Mac. We went to Old River trying to catch sac-a-lait, crappie, almost a skunk. Caught a few fish, but nothing to write home about. So today, I'm getting back to basics. Going to do what I love. Going to fish the marsh, see what I can find. Hopefully the tide is falling. That's kind of why I put off my trip until the afternoon. We'll see when we get there though. But it ain't all rainbows and butterflies today, that's for sure. Lots and lots of thunder showers around. I'm kind of trying to thread the needle here. We'll see if it works out. The way my luck has gone lately though, it probably won't. All right, I don't know how well it's showing up on camera, but right there is a gigantic thunderstorm. It is popping lightning left and right. Unfortunately, it's right over the area that I did all the map study on that I wanted to fish. So I'm not getting there anytime soon. Plus I gotta cross a big lake to get there. No chance, not taking the risk. So I'm staying really, really close to the launch, just ducked into this little bayou here. Water in here looks actually pretty good. And actually where I stopped the boat, it's 7 feet. So there's definitely some depth in this bayou. So I'm gonna try and mine this real quick. Hopefully catch some red, some bass, maybe some holdover speckled trout, who knows? Maybe some flounder, that'd be great. But I'm gonna give it a whirl. Hopefully this storm goes away and we can cross to where we wanna fish, but I don't know, we'll see, fingers crossed. All right, I wanna show you something real quick. Look at this, 94-degree water, 94 degrees. It's been hot here in South Louisiana. So when you can't fish where you wanna fish, you better fish something you get confidence in. And you know, I got a lot of confidence in the Zimmer swimmer. I got that on a 4/0 extra wide gap hook under a 1/4 ounce tungsten bullet weight. Let's give that a whirl. Everything hits this, so we could get bites from absolutely anything. Now the water is definitely moving, but I have no idea if it's rising or falling. It should be falling, but I don't know. Tide should have switched by now. Most of the time I prefer fishing the marsh on a falling tide. Not always, but most of the time. Doing this style of fishing, definitely prefer a fall. Fish are much more predictable. Oh, someone just hit some bait up on that point. That's a good sign. Could have been a bass or a small trout. Or actually even could have been a flounder. Flounder will do that a lot. It's been a minute since I've caught a flounder. Definitely wouldn't mind catching one today. It's really breezy. I don't know how well you can tell, but it's blowing out of that storm. So I'm hoping once that storm dissipates, if it does dissipate, that the wind will kind of settle a little bit. All right, not even a hint of a bite on my Zimmer swimmer, so let's go to something fast moving. I got this green gizzard colored ATV crankbait. Let's see if we can get a reaction strike from something. Might be too grassy in here for this, but we'll see. Well, pretty grassy. With it being overcast and this kind of stained water, I can't see the edges of the grass at all. So just got to kind of guess on my casts. All right, nothing wants to bite in well, it's now 93.8 degree water. Fish our way out of this bayou, throw something different. Green Hornet Matrix Shad. Bait that produces a ton of fish for me. Ooh, there's a fish. Oh, he came off. Of course he did. It was a bass, I saw him. He smoked it. Oh, there's another one. There are a few fish at that Trinas. There you go. Not big, but a fish at the start. Not big at all. That's what I mean about those fish getting predictable on a falling tide. Just hit every Trinas mouth and sooner or later you're gonna catch some fish. Both those hits were ferocious. I mean, really, really good hits. Good to see it. Something will bite in 94 degree water. Look at the water ripping around that point. I don't know if you can see that. Like, that's prime. Definitely looks like a spot that should be holding some fish. Like, why would you not post up right there waiting for bait to get swept through? Man, the lightning continues to pop. Looking bleak for us fishing out where we wanted to fish. All right, the storms are still there. Looks like they kind of want to dissipate. I just looked at the radar, but it's 5 o'clock. I really can't run that way. I got to cross a big lake anyway. It's super windy. It's blowing like 20, so it's really not even an option. So I gotta go the opposite way and go try and find some fish. Fish this little bayou, 2 bites, that's it. 2, I mean, not big bass. You're not gonna catch big bass in the marshes this time of year, that's for sure. It's kind of just what you expect. But I'm gonna go roll the other way, away from this storm, and go see if I can find something else. Still optimistic. We'll find out. All right, we made the move. Unfortunately, the water's not like great here. Definitely worse than what we left, for sure. So that's kind of the bad news. I mean, I guess the good news, if you want to strain your eyes and look for good news, is that the water temp is 2 degrees cooler. Actually, 1.5 degrees cooler. It's 92.5 in here. Really hard to believe it's that hot. I mean, we've definitely had a few hot days, without question, here in South Louisiana, but we haven't had heat like we had last summer. It was crazy hot. And yesterday did get up to triple digits, so that's probably why this water is so hot. And you know, you figure on a falling tide, areas like this are going to be receiving water from backwater ponds where the water's been sitting all day just baking. And I mean, it's cloudy now, but it was sunny all day before these storms all bubbled up. So what I'm fishing is the edge of a bayou. It's deep, it's 9.5 feet deep right here. And what I'm hoping is that some fish have retreated into that deeper water. They're just kind of holding along that ledge wall, ambushing bait. There is a pond at the back of this bayou. And if we make it that far, we'll work the mouth of that, see if anything's ambushing bait there. Well, never mind. I guess it took it a while to get acclimated. Temps now up to 93.8. Amazing, amazing. All right, I was running and came across these birds diving on who knows what. Maybe trout, probably gaff tops, but we got to take a look. Got to at least take a look. They are being pretty aggressive. It's getting to be a sizable little flock of birds. I got a Holy Jolly matrix shad under a Versamax bolt. Got that on a 16th ounce death grip jig head. Kind of my cork go-to. Just want to see if it's speckled trout. If it is, it's probably undersized trout. Might be some white trout in there too, though. Oh, there we go. Hasn't come up. Now it came up. Didn't look big. It was a speck, not a big one. Let's take a look right here. Oh, there we go. I don't know, feels, could be a keeper. He's definitely a speck. Yeah, I think he is a keeper. He sure is. That's a good trout. That's a real good trout. Now we just gotta hang here. All right, good fish. He's going in the box. Don't mind me, birds. Go ahead and do your thing. Oh, that didn't take long. Then he came back and I missed him again. I'm sure there's some guppies in the mix. Well, that first one we hooked was definitely a guppy. Yep, that was a guppy too. Oh, got him on the way in. That's a good trout. That's not a guppy. That's a good keeper trout. All right. All right. This was definitely unexpected for the day. That's why you got to keep your eyes peeled. Got a 14-inch trout. There he is. All right, another good one. Another good one. We'll see if we can get him in. And this super warm water, they're acting really crazy. Well, you know what? He's a throwback, I think. I don't think he's 13. I'm pretty sure he's over 12. We're gonna set him free. See if we can get another one. since we know there are some bigger fish in the mix. There he is. All right, I don't think he's gonna make the cut. Nope, he's not. He will not. He's got a headache though. All right, the babies. This is what you'd expect to catch in inside waters this time of year. Those birds are regrouping over there, but I just saw a shrimp pop up here, right by that one bird. Can't really reach him. The lake that we're in is known as Lake Catherine. Locals know where this is, and this, typically, you wouldn't expect to have keeper trout in the month of July. Oh, look at that. A trout just smashed her shrimp right by that bird. We're gonna try and get back into school. The bird's relocated over here. I'll run there if I have to, but there's definitely still some around here. Keep seeing them pop on shrimp. Just because the birds moved doesn't mean the school did. What's interesting is this is the mouth of Unknown Pass, but we've got a falling tide that's going that way. You would think they'd be set up here if the tide were coming this way, but they are where they are. Can't complain about it. There's one. You gonna make the cut, buddy? I'm not sure. You don't feel all that big. You would have made last year's cut, just not this year's cut. Last year, 12-inch speckled trout were legal in Louisiana. This year, they're not. Man, these fish are hot. Absolutely hot. This year, the fish have to be 13 inches, and that one was not. He was between 12 and 13. There's a few off this way. They're kind of getting loose and a little bit less interested, although now they're starting to group up again. There's a bunch over here by the point. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? I'm gonna go with the bigger body of birds. All right, back in a second. I don't know if you can see that slick that just popped up. Definitely a bunch of feeding fish in here. That should be a fish right there. Yep, went down instantly. But not a keeper. Gotta weed through the babies. He's not a baby. He's maybe 12, maybe a little less. I guess he's a baby. I'd love to know if they're feeding on white shrimp or brown shrimp. Brown shrimp or the spring shrimp, white shrimp or the fall shrimp, essentially. And we're right here in the heart, in the middle of summer. I'm guessing it's whites, but I don't know. Could be browns. There he is. Are you gonna keep? I hope so. You don't feel like it though. No, you are not. When I was growing up, we used to call these cigar trout. About the size of a cigar. But believe me, when I was growing up, we kept every one. My grandfather would have shot me if I threw that fish back. That's gonna be a trout right there. Yep. Oh, goodness. I think you're gonna make the cut, buddy. I think you might be big enough. Maybe you just ate your Wheaties. Oh man, so close. Man, he's close. I don't know. Now we're gonna let him go. By the time we measure him, we'll be out the fish. Oh, that feels like a decent fish. I don't know, I've been wrong before. We'll see. He's starting to feel less like a decent fish. Oh, he's barely hooked, I know that. Yep, he got off. They are destroying this holy jolly. Now my bait is sliding down. You know it's crazy good action when your bait slides down a death grip. That bait is destroyed, it's torn up. Not big, but they're a blast. I'm not typically much of a bird fisherman, but when nature's gonna give you trout inside in the middle of summer, you got to take it. My favorite way to target birdfish is with this Versamax bolt. But sometimes you can catch bigger fish by tight lining. So I'm gonna throw this green hornet. There he is. Man, these fish feel really nice when I first set the hook, and then they just kind of give up. Reveal themselves to be this size. I mean, through in its mouth. See, it feels like a big fish, or like a foul hooked one maybe. He hasn't come up yet. I'm thinking he's foul hooked. Fighting really weird. Yes, he is. He's foul hooked. He was impaled. Oh, goodness, I got smoked. Missed him. Look at the shrimp. It would suck to be a shrimp. There's a frenzy right there. That's going to be an instant hit. Oh, instant miss. Drag slipped a little. Let's tighten that up. They're popping all around me now. Multiple bites on that cast. You know these fish just aren't all that big. Are you foul hooked? You feel weird. No, you hooked in the mouth. There you go. We're really going down in size. I don't know where that bigger school went that we set up on when we first got here. Man, you ought to hear these shrimp popping all around me. Listen to that. Look, right here next to me. They are tiny shrimp. I mean, they're like 100 count, really small. Let's see if they're still there. There he is. Are you big enough? Another close one. No, you're not big enough. You are not big enough. You're not even close. Got a mouthful of matrix shad, I know that. That shrimp ended up in the beak of a seagull. Just how many do you want to catch? How many do you want to catch? Where'd the big boys go? If you tell me where the big boys are, I'll leave you alone. Let's see if this ATV crankbait will catch a big one. Well, not a hit on that cast, but that could be good. It could be not as attractive to the smaller fish. It's like piranha. It's like piranha. I tell you what, it's crazy. Look at that. Oh, that's a good shrimp. Looks like a white shrimp. Hard to tell, but he was pretty close to the boat. Definitely looked like a white. Long whiskers. But that was a decent size one. Maybe 60 or 70 count. Oh, look at that one. Oh, look at that. It's just almost not even fair. All right, they don't want the ATV. Must not look shrimpy. Look, right here next to the boat. That's a last year keeper. Glad I didn't get hooked in the face. I got close. The new limits are killing me today. That's all right, I'm a fan of them. How big are you, buddy? You feel pretty decent. Yeah, you do. But you're not. Between 12 and 13, like all your friends. Let's take a peek at him just to be sure, because he might make it, but I don't think he does. I think he's like 12 and 3/4. 12 and a half. I'm missing a million fish. And that's a good reminder of the importance of matching the rod to the style of fishing you're doing. This is not the right rod for this. I love this rod, absolutely love it. It's an Akuma X series, love this rod, but it's just not right for this. Just doesn't have a whole lot of flex. And with these soft-mouthed trout going absolutely bananas, they're easily gaining their freedom. All right, that sun's getting low. These fish are still popping all around me, but it's time for me to head on in. Kind of a weird day. Didn't go at all the way I expected, not at all. Those storms kept us from fishing what we wanted to fish. Got stuck in some other marsh. Didn't really do much of anything until we found these birds randomly here in Lake Catherine. Proves the benefit of getting on the water. Just good things happen. How long will these fish be here? I have no idea. No idea. Are these early trout? Are they late trout? I don't know. Of course, most of them are fish that are juveniles that are probably just going to stay in. But man, there's a lot of shrimp coming through here. Just amazing. Very, very glad to see it. All right, it's almost dark. The sun's getting really, really low. But I very stupidly ducked back into this other section of marsh just to see if I can catch a fish or two before I put the boat back on the trailer. Water in here is what I've been looking for all day. Wish I'd come here hours ago. Just spectacular. This is what I was hoping to find. Now let's see if it makes a difference, if we can catch a fish or two. Throw on the Zimmer swimmer again, at least for now. If nothing bites it, I'll make a switch. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. He smoked it. All right, not a bad bass. Not a bad bass at all. So good to see these guys. They were nowhere to be found last summer. Oh, had him hooked well. Really good fish. He tattooed that bait. I'll tell you what, it's amazing how important pretty water is. Definitely the best water I've found today. I think I made 2 casts, maybe 3 casts, caught that fish. Makes you wonder why you even stop to fish marginal water. But you never know you're gonna find something like this. You don't always. But it's worth hunting for, that's for sure. Something hit some bait right there. Got a bait for you, buddy. I tell you what, got a lot of surface activity. What might work really well is a craw drug across the top. Let's see if I can dig one up. All right, got this black and blue matrix craw. I think this is gonna work. We'll see, but there's some definite surface activity going on. Super fun way to fish them. You do get a lot of blow-ups and misses, but it's fun. All you do is cast it and drag it across the top. Oh, swing and a miss. Half-hearted swing and a miss. Oh, I spooked a redfish. Dadgummit. All right, no takers on our matrix craw. Surprisingly, I really thought we'd get a bite, but we don't have a lot of time. I didn't make a lot of casts with it. Oh, I missed him. Dadgummit. That was a good hit. That was a good hit. All right, seeing some surface activity in this little cove here. Let's throw that craw in there. Oh, I missed him. That was a good hit. Oh, there we go. Is that a red? Yep, I think it's a red. I think it's a red. He smacked it. Yep, that's a red. Sure is. Beautiful red. Nice eater. If we can get him in. All right, yeah, good fish. Even with the new size restrictions, he's a keeper. All right, beautiful fish. He's about, I'm gonna say he's 19, but let's check him. He's definitely over 18. He's either 19 or 20. Yeah, our ruler's 18, he's over that, so he's probably about 20. Good eater, perfect. All right, I'm almost out of daylight and I got a little bit of a run heading back to the marina. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it. But I've got something in mind that I want to do with these fish. So stick with me. Next time you see me, I'll be in my kitchen. All right, welcome into my kitchen. It is Sunday afternoon. Actually, it's still morning, Sunday morning. Mrs. Marshman and I have just gotten back from church. And you know, a typical Sunday post-church meal for a lot of people is like pot roast or something like that. I mean, not to say we never eat that, but typically we eat fish after church on Sunday. That's what we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna show you what we're gonna make. This is a really special dish. I've never combined all these ingredients before, but I'm thinking it's gonna be really good. But let me show you what we got, what is necessary for this dish. All right, first off, we've got Chef Paul Prudhomme's Redfish Magic. You've seen me use this before. I love this stuff. Got an industrial size, really big container of this stuff. I'll try to remember to put in the video description where I get this. I use it a lot. It's really, really tasty. It's just hard to beat. In addition to that, we got a lemon. We got some Dijon mustard. Got a stick of butter and some hot sauce. I love this hawk sauce. It's kind of my go-to. Hot sauce is not an essential ingredient for this, but just kind of makes it a little bit better. In addition to that, we've got our main ingredient, the fish. Okay, I've got my cast iron skillet over here. It is blazing hot, super important. All right, so here's redfish fillets that we caught 2 days ago. Kept these in Ziploc bags, covered with ice. Oh, that's some collard greens I got going. They're in the Instant Pot. That sound tells me that those are done. I'm gonna let those kind of just rest for a minute. Let the steam just naturally come off of those. That's gonna be part of our dish. All right, so we gotta prepare these redfish fillets. Not a whole lot goes into this. I'm gonna put just a little bit of avocado oil on them just to give the seasoning a little something to stick to. All right, I got those nice and oiled. Just gonna put a little bit of actually a fairly good amount of our redfish magic on our redfish. I use this stuff on all types of fish, but I really do like blackened redfish. It's probably the best blackened fish that there is. All right, here we've got our tallow. If you're a regular viewer, you've seen this before. That's what I sear all my fish in, just because it comes out so much better. And it's really healthier for you than any type of seed oil. Plus seed oil has a tendency to burn. This stuff, super high smoke point. Smoke coming off the pan just from the hotness of the pan. Hotness? Temperature of the pan, let's say that. All right, there we go. We're all ready. My pan's actually a little bit small for these redfish fillets, but they'll shrink up a little bit. They'll be fine. All right, you know, if you've seen my channel before and I do these catch and cooks, I often forget ingredients until I get in the midst of making the dish, and I remember, oh, yeah, I forgot that. Absolutely essential ingredient for this are eggs. I need 3 egg yolks. So I'm gonna go ahead and separate the whites from the egg yolks on these eggs. All right, there we go. There's our egg yolks. Let's check on our fish. Looks like it's getting pretty close. All right, we're gonna work on our butter. It's important that we get this butter really, really hot. So we're gonna melt it in the microwave. All right, perfect sear on these black and red fish. That's about as good as it gets. This will make a mess in your kitchen, by the way. All kind of splatter all around my stove. But it's easy to clean up. Okay, you're gonna need some kind of blender. I've got this immersion blender. in this little cup thing that actually goes with a different type of blender. I'll go ahead and put my egg yolks in there. All right, our fish is done. Got to take that out. All right, we need about a tablespoon of lemon juice. I'm just gonna kind of guess. I'm gonna say this is a pretty juicy lemon, so I'm gonna go about half a lemon. I think that'll be about perfect. We'll save the other half. Go ahead and put our hot sauce. Just a little dash. And then this Dijon. Shake that up. Okay, we go ahead and mix that up. All right, and this is where the hot butter comes in. We got it really, really hot. And you want to just kind of drizzle that in slowly. All right, that's perfect. Perfect consistency. And those of you who like to cook, you know that's a hollandaise sauce. You get that in a lot of really high-end restaurants, but it's super easy to make at home. And it's gonna be great on our black and red fish. All right, here's our smothered collard greens. I made those with some Barons andouille, my favorite andouille sausage. We're gonna make a base with these and put the fish right on top of that. All right, there's our black and red fish fillet on top of our collards. We're just gonna go ahead and pour some of this hollandaise over it. Look at that. Boy, is that beautiful. All right, there we go. Our finished dish. All right, that was Mrs. Marshman's plate. Here's mine. How's it look?
Looks delicious.
So how is it?
Very good.
Is it?
Yes.
Good.
I feel like I'm eating at a five-star restaurant.
Well, that's what the intention was. So as I mentioned, this is the first time I've ever made this. I just know that all these flavors go well together. Let's see how it is. I know it's piping hot. See the smoke coming off of it. Mmm. Very, very good. Obviously, the ingredients in hollandaise are all delicious. Egg yolks, butter, lemon juice, for the most part. That's kind of the base for hollandaise. When you put that on black and red fish that's freshly caught, over smothered collard greens, doesn't get much better than that. Definitely a great Sunday afternoon meal. All right, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the Marshman Maslin channel on YouTube. Who knows what we're gonna be doing next, but I'll definitely try and figure out a great way to cook the fish that we're so blessed to catch here in South Louisiana. All right, see you next time.